Alright everyone, and welcome to our evaluation race for AOR Season 16. And yeah, this is a video I wasn't really planning on making, but just because we haven't had a video in the last couple of weeks, it's just felt sort of an explanation for that, and I will give that here. And yeah, it turned out to be about racing, I thought, you know, why not just upload it? And yeah, so yeah, obviously the next race, the career mode, was meant to be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and to be honest, I've sort of been like not really focusing on that just because of these AOR sign-ups. And yeah, obviously you had to do the times relevant for that, which is China, Belgium, and then Austria in the wet. So I've really just been like focusing on getting up to speed on those three tracks and trying to get the best times I can at them. And also for this Bahrain evaluation race, which I was really struggling with sort of a race up for this track, and yeah, I was putting a lot of work into that. So sort of like trying to get up to speed at Azerbaijan really got sort of like put on hold a bit, and I was trying to do a bit here and there, but like again, like this week, even with this out of the way now, I've been trying to get to speed with it and start recording the episode, but I was really not feeling the car on there at the moment, and I've got to put a bit more work in on that track, I think, before I can really try and do that career episode. So I'm sorry that there's been a bit of a delay on that, but yeah, I feel like no episode is better than me just being last by a mile. So yeah, for this evaluation race then, we qualified on the soft tyres so we could do a one stop, and yeah, we were 7th then, not too bad. Zelchi also did the soft tyre qualifying there then, and we're on the grid then. We're going to do yeah, we're going to move our front, well, our brake bars to the front a bit more to help the rear tyres, because I'm really struggling with rear tyre wear. And yeah, I don't think it's possible to actually do a what's it, one stop on the super soft tyres starting on them. So yeah, that's why we qualified on the softs, and yeah, I'm hoping that this will be a much faster strategy for us then, and hopefully we can get us a good result here then in this race. No damage on or anything, but still want to have as clean a race as possible. And yeah, because obviously it won't look good on us if we cause an incident. And yeah, I don't really want to be spun out or anything, because I want to try and have as clean a race as possible, just to, you know, show the most sort of representative lap times for sort of us, like the most accurate representation of sort of our pace in the race. So yeah, hopefully you can have a good race here then, keep it nice and clean, and yeah, get a good result then. I do feel we're on the right strategy, and I was more confident with this setup, even if it wasn't really optimal in terms of balance sort of in qualifying. But nonetheless, we're on the grid now then, the light's coming on, and away we go. And it is, I'd say, a pretty good start actually, considering we're on the soft tyres. We had a much better start than Zelchi alongside us then, and towards turn 1 we're on the outside then. We're sort of following Quasimodo here then, but the other Ferrari of Fredster comes charging through there and knocks us out wide a bit. And then we've got the Red Bull of George there on our outside, and yeah, we were sort of drifting out wide, but we did give him the space on the exit then, and he did go through. Running inside for turn 4, but yeah, sort of everyone else drifts wide, but we sort of stick quite tight there, and it's nearly 3 wide then towards turn 6 and 7 here then. Running inside, but he's going to be inside for the next part, and he's going to get ahead of us then. We'll try and have a look here into the hairpin of turn 8, but yeah, we weren't close enough to really go for that move there then. And we're down to 9th place unfortunately, so it hasn't been a great start for us then. Obviously being sort of forced out a bit into turn 1, which certainly didn't help us, but we're still right in with this battle then, which is still going on then up the field then. The two Ferraris are looks like leading the way at the moment, and they've got a massive train behind them by the looks of things. We run slightly into the back of George there, but no damage, so it's alright. We can get away with that one. There's, wow, just ping pong going on there with the McLaren in front of us, as yeah, all sorts of carnage is going on, and there's more contact then. Running inside for the penultimate corner, we're nearly 4 wide there. We think better of that one, and yeah, just trying to keep out of trouble, really not getting into an incident on the first lap of the race. And we directly inside there with George. We see a gap there. I sort of brake where I would normally, but yeah, with the inside line then, and I guess he just braked a bit earlier than us. We managed to slide up the inside then and take 8th position. as we're going defensive end down the pit straight now then towards turn 1, and it looks like we've managed to maintain our position now then, as Zalchi is back up then into 6th position on the soft tyres. And probably the main person we're going to be racing, well, who we definitely know that we're going to be racing then for position in this race, because we're likely to be on the same strategy, whereas most of the people who start around us probably won't be, as we've got up in front of us then John in the Toro Rosso, and then Okwai, I don't know how you say that, spins in front of him. I'm not sure if John spun him or if the McLaren spun into his path there, but nonetheless they both go off, and that allows us to gain a couple of positions there then, as we've got the 2 Ferraris and then the Mercedes of Zalchi in front of us then, as we skip to the end of the lap, and wow, they're going 3 wide then down the pit straight. So yeah, we're going to just sit back here then, enjoy watching this battle, and hopefully pick up the spoils then, as we've got Zalchi then up the inside, and they're all going out wide, and it's Kezimoto who loses out then, and Zalchi who manages to take both positions. So we're looking then to the we're looking to the inside. Kezimoto defends the inside line. We're going to try and run it right around the outside then, but we couldn't make it stick around there, and Forster is back through then past Zalchi in front of us as well. And yeah, through turn 7 then we actually get a great drive off the corner, then we're going to go straight to the inside then into turn 8. Have we managed to make it stick? Not quite. He's managed to hold it then around the outside, and now John is going to have a look at us then into turn 9, but he thinks better of making a move into there. But nonetheless, we've still got Forster and Zalchi then battling through there. And yeah, sorry if I'm getting some of these names wrong, but yeah, obviously I don't race with some of these people. Obviously it's like all different tiers that have been represented here. As Forster goes up wide then, that allows us to finally gain a position then, and we're up into 5th place. But yeah, as I was saying, this is going to be like, there could be people in the top tier here, there could be some people in like the, I don't know, 12th tier, like, you know, there's that many people signing up that, like, there's all sorts of ranges of drivers that are going to be in these evaluation races. And yeah, I don't really know a lot of them. I've only raced with sort of a couple of people here by the looks of things. As we've got Verstappen in the pits, that moves up to 4th, and then I sort of was a bit late realising I had DRS there, but nonetheless we managed to get back past Kezimoto then into the first corner, and yeah, we're up into 3rd place and right behind Zalchi then on the same strategy as us. So yeah, after that pretty bad start, we've managed to recover from it quite quickly, and yeah, it's Midget then by the things who's out front at the moment then on the super soft tyres. And now on to lap 5, we've got John then also on the super soft then. He's got a good run this towards turn 1. We're going to go defensive then, brake as late as we can, and he's going to try and hold it around the outside, get the inside line for turn 2, but looks like we've just about managed to maintain the position there then, and maintain 3rd position, which is effectively 2nd place I guess at the moment, obviously with most of the others probably 2 stopping. But next time around John's got a much better run then down the pit straight, and he's going to take that position then into turn 1 this time. And yeah, there wasn't really much we could do about that, and obviously I didn't really want to fight it too hard because we are, you know, managing these tyres until around about lap 11 or 12. So yeah, through he goes then into 3rd place. We thought about having looked into turn 4, but we weren't close enough. And well, at the end of that lap anyway, he does pit, as does Midge, I think, yep, from the lead of the race. So that does move us up then into 2nd place. And yeah, we should hopefully still be here by around about the end of the race then. Obviously we are going to lose some positions now then by lap 12, well, when we come in on lap 12, which is now. And yeah, we'll probably be dropping a few places, but yeah, hopefully by the end we'll be back up to 2nd place then, once everyone else has done their 2nd stops. But yeah, in we come then now then for our one only stop in this race onto the medium tyres. And yeah, I had been using quite a bit of my fuel during that stint. Well, in those few laps I was in clean air, just to, you know, try and get some good in laps. But yeah, it shouldn't be too hard for us to save a little bit back. And yeah, now that we're sort of on these tyres again, now we can try and get into a good rhythm. And yeah, we managed to save a bit back. And yeah, by the sort of end of that lap then we've got Pokey then, who is yet to pit, but he does pit there by the looks of things. And yeah, in he comes in, that moves us up to 4th position. I have to say as well that actually Zalchi was a lot quicker than us. Even though I was sort of pushing quite a lot on those in laps, he was still comfortably faster than me, and he did manage to pull out a lead at the front. As yeah, we see Midget there then on lap 20 pits for his second stop, and then on lap 22 John pits then a bit later, but yeah, we'll have to watch out for him then right near the end of the race on the super soft tyres. By the looks of things, it looked like he was trying to do a one stop. Maybe he did go over to medium tyres, so maybe he was seeing if he could do a one stop from the super soft tyres, but yeah, I don't think it's possible. But nonetheless, then he has caught us back up then on the super soft tyres now, and he is going to have a good run down the pit straight with 2 laps to go. We'll see if we can fight back into turn 1, but I don't think on these tyres we're going to have much chance of outbraking him there without running into him. And yep, he goes through then and into a second position, but still looking like a pretty good result for us then, as we're on to the final lap now then. But in fact, John actually again held up quite a bit there, I have to say, by a back marker, and then he loses a back end by little things going through turn 12, I think that is. And yeah, the Haas finally gets out of the way then, but yeah, that's burst right into the back of him, and yeah, we had actually a pretty good run here towards the final corner, but just not quite close enough. And yeah, I don't think there's going to be much chance of getting into the line, but still, it's pretty close at the end there, and it's still going to be a good result for us then, as we cross line third, but we actually do get moved up to second place anyway, so we must have a corner cutting penalty somewhere. And yeah, we do indeed finish then in second position in that race, which I was quite happy with, because sort of going into that, like literally a few hours before the race, I was really like having a crisis. Like I could not keep in a straight line going for that fast right-hander near the end of the lap, and I was thinking, like, I've got no chance in this race. Like, tyre wear is terrible, got no rear grip, and yeah, managed to make some changes. As I said, sort of compromised our sort of ultimate pace, I think, in qualifying, but yeah, nonetheless, I think it was a much better race setup, and a lot of times we're actually really consistent on the medium tyres. We sort of had one bad lap in there somewhere, I think it was like a 31.5, but aside from that, it was all sort of low 31s, and then towards the end, high 30s, so I was quite happy with sort of like the consistency on those tyres once we were in clean air. And yeah, I don't know what tier I'm going to be in. Judging by time trials, it looks like probably F3, which is a bit disappointing to be dropping 2 tiers, but I mean, after last season, like going into every race knowing you were going to be last, yeah, that wasn't really much fun. And if I can be near the front then in whatever tier it is, then I'll be looking forward to that. So yeah, this was actually like, did actually raise my spirits quite a bit going into sort of the season, I have to say, because it was sort of a very like clean race, not just in terms of, you know, the racing, but also didn't seem to really make lag issues. I think one person had a problem and disconnected, which is a shame for them, but other than that, it was really quite a stable race in terms of connection. So that does give me some hope going into the season that things can be, well, run smoothly, and hope that certainly is the case. And yeah, we'll hopefully have a good season then, whichever tier we're racing in. So hope you enjoy this race. Again, apologies for lack of career mode videos. Hopefully we'll have the next part soon, but until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.